Sorry about that. I hit the limit on my recording software. So yeah, I feel like we missed getting enough like basic auto damage to kill this Deckard, and that would have been really good. The other thing I wanted to point out is after you poison Nova and you ring and you do all that, you start to do the right thing, Bad Bro, but you should be up here. Because you can just body block and make sure the Deckard can't get out. If you just walk here, it doesn't matter if you get rooted. Same thing if you had saved your boop and walked up there, you could have just booped them back when they tried to walk out. So yeah, that was a good play. It could have been a great play, is the point I'm getting at. So you guys need to call targets and really make sure you're autoing, and you're all autoing the same hero. This is kind of jank. I don't really like fighting in lane here. I think, again, your comp excels at, like, double soaking. So at minimum, I would just... Again, this is just me. I would probably just send 3 or 4 to Bruisers and Zul double soaking bot. I think you just get a lot more out of that, especially being a level down. I think because they're going to hit 13 first, this is their objective. They've earned it. And your comp is much better at making up the experience gap than fighting them on objective right now. So you do send Zul away, but you're trying to defend? Or you're just... Yeah, see... Then you split up because you realize it's not a good idea. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to explain the problem with this. Because you sent everyone bot here, this is... And there's no camp, and there's nothing else. This is going to die, and that's fine, because you're trying to trade for bot. I get that. But the problem is, because it's a second one, what's going to happen is it's going to go, especially a frozen Punisher, jeez. They're just going to take it right to your keep. They're going to take keep wall for free, and then probably get your keep if you don't have 13. The other thing they can do is also, now because you didn't take bruisers, they take your bruisers. Like, this is free. They just take your bruisers, and they run down your keep. So right now you've traded. You're even. They have a 75% frozen Punisher. But they still have 13 advantage. I'm actually really surprised they didn't just take your bruisers immediately while Fort was dying. So that was good. So, okay, we did it. We got jumped. We cleansed. Great. That's what we want to see. Ideally, you want to try and get Punisher to come down here. But it's really hard to do in the midst of all this. So, we're all self-cleanses. Yeah, see, you guys need to be up here just autoing and hitting this this Punisher with everything. Because the longer it lasts, the Frozen Punisher, the more it's going to make your life hell. Especially with this many melee heroes. Was that just a fat mosh I saw? Hold up. Back up. Alright, alright. They're clumped. They're clumped. Oh, we're going for it. Yeah. Big slide. You booped him back, but you got interrupted. This is so close to being a really good play, by the way. So I just want to point out the good thing here. If you communicate better and you light bomb him like right here and he slides into them, this is free. You bomb and you get to mosh. Or right now. You've had time. Also, you gotta stop just instant booping. So the reason it's bad to insta boop on ETC is, one, it fucks up everyone's follow-ups. which doesn't really matter as much with this comp because your follow-ups are kind of whatever. But any kind of skill shot follow-ups are completely screwed. And the second reason is ETCs do this a lot where they think they have to do it right after for Pinball Wizard. Pinball Wizard actually has a pretty big window. I forget off the top of my head. It's either 2 or 3 seconds you have from the time they are stunned to boop them after. So what that means is say you're sliding someone and waiting for a follow-up stun. You can slide someone, have a follow-up stun, hit them a second to 2 seconds after, and then hit the button, and you'll still get the extra damage off Pinball Wizard. So, again, not super relevant for this, but very relevant if you're going to play ETC in the future to know that you don't have to hit it immediately, and it won't screw up your teammates' follow-ups. And if you can't get the timing down right, just take Hammer on. It's not that much worse, and it's 100% better if it means your teammates' follow-ups always hit. Yeah, see, Light Bomb comes out super late. And again, we have like this split fight. Like, we have ETC and Urel here. We still have the Frozen Punisher attacking. We have Jaina and Enderwin over here. We just need to focus on something. Like, we got a good engage, and we got them split. So what you want to do is decide, okay, maybe I'm going to try and kill this person. You know? Maybe I'm going to try and kill Sonya. Or maybe I'm going to try and kill Nubrek. Or maybe I just want to kill the Frozen Punisher as quickly as possible. You just got to make a call here. Yeah, see, your keep gets frozen again. And now they have the advantage. You went from being in a good spot to now you're dying. ETC goes down. Urel goes in, just trying to make something happen. This hasn't leapt yet? Or it did, and I didn't notice. Oh god, you lose keep here. Wow, that's rough. So, I mean, I could keep going, but I don't want to, like, completely bore you to death and make this, like, a 45-minute replay review. The whole point is, like, with this kind of comp, you really want to take more of a hyper carry or just not draft this much, like, tank wave clear shit. Like, if Durell or Zool were an Imperious, I'd like this comp a lot more. And Imperious, just, it's a fill-in for, like, anything that's kind of a bruiser that deals a lot of damage. Because right now, all of your damage is basically being placed on Jaina, saving her cooldowns, and hitting Icy Veins, and getting all that damage in. So one thing about your talent choices, also, please pick 13s as soon as they're available. Like, 13, 16 is really important. So 10, 13, 16s are all really important to pick right away with certain heroes because of power spikes. Anduin, not as much, but just some good to keep in mind. I would consider Wara Elemental over Ring of Frost just because, again, extra damage. Ring of Frost isn't bad, especially because you have some setup in ETC and Zul, but just in general, I think Water Ellie is underrated in how much extra damage and annoyance it can cause. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to stop it there. I don't have too much else to say about the rest of the replay. I did watch it. I think the main thing is you guys need a lot more focus with your team fights. So that's probably just your target calls probably aren't happening as often as we would like, or they're being called and ignored because people are, well, just doing their own thing in the middle of fights, which is understandable, but it's something you guys gotta work on. Especially with this comp when it relies so much on stuns and roots overlapping with each other. The alternative, obviously, is don't draft this kind of comp. Like, draft ones where you can all kind of do your own thing, and if it comes together, great, and if it doesn't, also fine. Like, yeah. Gazul's a great choice for this map. Urel is a great solo laner, period, right now. Like, I think Urel is arguably the best solo laner in the game if you have a really competent player behind them. And yeah, again, none of these are bad heroes. I just think you kind of worked yourself into a corner, and that's why you lost this game ultimately. All right. Well, I hope that helped. If you have questions, let me know.